Hello and welcome to an ocean presentation of what's it gonna be? It's Lethal Weapon on the Super Nintendo. Hello, I am Chris from 60 Minutes With, back with another retro review, and yes, as I mentioned, we are going to be looking at Lethal Weapon. So let's dive straight into it. Have a little look at the options. Difficulty, easy, normal and hard. Nothing particularly spectacular about that. Yeah, it's all pretty standard. Right then, so I played Lethal Weapon on the Amiga back in the day. Oh, by the looks of it, this, although it's just called Lethal Weapon, it's based on Lethal Weapon 3. Because there you go, you've got Danny Glover, Mel Gibson and Joe Pesci as Roger Murtaugh, Martin Riggs and Leo Getz. The not annoying at all Leo Getz. So yes, played it on the Amiga. It's been a long time since I played it. Didn't think it was great. Never played this. Ooh, he's like a ninja. Ooh. Not played it on the Super Nintendo, so intrigued to see what this is all about. Oh yes, you can see his mullet moving as he walks. I was going to have after I did Cliffhanger and The Terminator, was going to have a look at a Van Damme game. Oh, I'm too old for this shit. I guess they didn't want to add the shit part. Ooh, you get to swap characters. Ooh, it looks like he can jump higher. Let's test that theory. So he can jump through the floor. His head his chin reaches the top floor. Let's have a look. Hey Mo. Oh, hey Mo. Okay, that's a bit random. Yeah, he can definitely jump higher. So it is true what they say. White men can't jump. So yes, I was going to look at a Van Damme game, movie, and Street Fighter the movie comes to mind, but I had a little play in that, and I just wasn't feeling it, to be honest with you. I had it on the... did I have it on the Saturn or the 3DO? I had it on one of those back in there. Ooh, okay. What's this? Access denied. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so let's start with mission 1. So I thought, well, we'll try something else. One of my other favourite series from film series from the 80s and 90s, and Lethal Weapon. Oh, reports received of a group of international smugglers guarding an illegal consignment of goods. Infiltrate the dock and seize the consignments. Okay. So yeah, huge fan of Lethal Weapon, the original movie, directed by Richard Donner, who's had a really successful career. Directed the original Superman movie, and had a fairly successful career with Mel Gibson. They made a few films together, and well, written by Shane Black, and obviously, as I mentioned, starring Danny Glover and Mel Gibson. And I think it's fair to say that, fucking hell, it's fair to say that Lethal Weapon helped to make Mel Gibson a big star in America. Oh, for Christ's sake. He was already, like, a big star with Mad Max and other films, but I think it's fair to say that Lethal Weapon really kick-started his career in America in particular. Shoot, there you go. Now, ooh, can do a nice kick, because he does a lot of karate and kung fu shit, doesn't he? Interestingly, I cannot shoot while I am ducking. Probably hear me mashing the fucking button, which is utter bollocks, but still. Just a great film, brilliant writing, fantastic acting, great action. Okay, how do I get over there? Oh! Whoa, I can swing like a monkey. Fucking hell, that was close. He's dropping spanners on me, the bastard. Fucking hell. Fuck it. Oh, fuck's sakes. Yeah, and featured Gary Busey as a cracking villain, Mr. Joshua. And it just kind of set the bar really for buddy cop movies, and you know, the relationship between Riggs and Murtaugh was really kind of believable. Riggs, you know, plays this kind of unhinged Vietnam veteran who lost his wife, and a lot of people believe, oh, fucking hell, he hasn't got a reason to live, so he's trying to draw a pension, or he's just crazy. But he's a hard bastard, and gets teamed up with Murtaugh, who's turning 50, coming up to retirement, and you know, as he says, he's too old for this shit. But yeah, it's a really, really good film. I mean, one of my favourite scenes, oh fuck you, in the movie, is towards the beginning really. Riggs has just done his first bust. It's where you're introduced to him, and it is a Christmas film, by the way, because Jingle Bell Rock plays at the start, and if that doesn't, oh for Christ's sake, doesn't signal it as a Christmas film, then I don't know what it is. Even though it features torture and people getting killed and prostitutes getting thrown off buildings. Well, not thrown off, but jumping off buildings, out of buildings, out of building windows. Oof. Get off with your fucking spanners, you fuck! I'll talk about the controls of this fucking game later. Yeah, there's a scene where he's in his trailer and he's cleaning his gun and getting drunk and looking at pictures of his dead wife, and the oh come on! He puts the gun in his mouth, and the tension's almost unbearable. Really, it's a great scene. Really, you know, brilliantly acted, and you know, he's got tears in his eyes, and it's such a great scene. It really is. Really, oh come on! I'm pressing up to grab onto that fucking thing, but it's just not working. Yeah, it's just fantastic. So yeah, it's just a classic 80s movie. Well, not even just 80s, you know, just a classic movie. And then Lethal Weapon 2, I watched that on VHS with my mom. I remember renting that loads. Oh shit! 28 seconds. And we watched that together quite a lot. And oh. And it's just, you know, it just seemed to, there was a long time when I really preferred Lethal Weapon 2 to the original Lethal Weapon, because it just seemed to, you know, make everything better. You know, it had more comedy, it had comedy. Oh, I can swim. It was a shark! Holy shit! Oh, bollocks. You know, it seemed to, you know, built on that established relationship. Oh, fucking hell. Well, you get 2 lives. Jeez. You know, built on the relationship that you'd seen. I'm not continuing. I'm going to try one of the other levels. Every time I see Joe Pesci's face there, I want to punch the TV. So he's really annoying. I'll come to him in a second. Yeah, it you know, it's dated obviously because of the whole thing about South Africa, evil South Africans, with Joss Ackland as the evil baddie. You go, diplomatic community, just before Murtaugh shoots him in the head. Yeah, it's a great film. I think that those two For me, fantastic. Introduced Joe Pesci, which was the first time I'd seen Joe Pesci, because I hadn't seen Goodfellas at that point, which obviously showed a slightly different side to Joe Pesci. Emergency! We have received a threat that unless the city pays $10 million by midnight, a series of bombs planted in the city's sewers will detonate, causing billions of dollars of damage. Find the perpetrators and prevent them from carrying out this act. Okay. A bit wordy. Yeah, and Joe Pesci plays a character in witness protection. Oh, I'm actually in the sewers. Okay, okay. I sounded like Joe Pesci. Oh my god, is that shit falling on my head? Is it? It looks like shit. Fucking hell. Oh my god, there's a fucking alligator in the sewer. Okay. That's just taking me back. What the hell's that? Oof. Yeah, introduced him, and again, he was kind of comedy, you know, comedy relief, whatever you want to call it. And I don't think he was too bad in Lethal Weapon 2. They kind of used him at the right times. He wasn't in it too much. So yeah, Lethal Weapon 2 is a cracking film. Lethal Weapon 3 is, unfortunately for me, where the comedy started to take centre stage, and I don't want to say ruin the series, but you could see where it was heading, and it just lost its edge. You know, I think the get the fucking time, although 2 had comedic elements to it, it also had an edge as well. And oh, I've got to say, Lethal Weapon 2 featured a fantastic Patsy Kensit. Oh my god, she looks amazing in that film. Anyway, and I still can't get over this. I'm assuming they're supposed to be like rubbish bags, but they look like shit to me, which kind of sums up this game, if I'm being perfectly honest. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, Jesus. Anyway, Lethal Weapon 3 just felt too much. Like, there's too much comedy in there. I think, you know, it introduced Rene Russo, which is good because I like Rene Russo. At the time, I thought she was lovely as well. She used to be a model, I think. And come on. But then they brought back Joe Pesci, and oh, come on, jump, catch, grab the fucking. Oh, oof. You know, introduced more Joe Pesci, and he was even more annoying in that than he was in the second one. Like I said, he was kind of, you know, I thought he was alright in the second one, but the third one, by God, is he irritating. And that kind of, you know, oh, for fuck's sakes. The comedy was almost too much. It was distracting, you know. Don't get me wrong, I'll still watch Lethal Weapon 3 if it's on the TV, but it's not my go-to Lethal Weapon film out of the series. It's got some decent moments, you know. The bad guy, and it's okay. Corrupt cop. But the one thing I like about the Lethal Weapon films is that they generally... I've done it. Grab. They feature a lot of the same actors. Like the captain is the same throughout. Who I think he's Richard Donner's cousin in real life. So he got a nice cushy gig out of that. He does a bit more in 3. He's got a bit more of an acting role. But yeah, you can almost tell when it's coming as well. Oh, fucking hell. Fucking crocodile. Because it's got a brilliant score by Michael Kamen. Sorry, not Richard Kamen. Who's no longer with us. Who did some amazing soundtracks in the 80s and 90s. And you can quite if you've got an ear for that kind of thing, like soundtracks, you can generally tell what he's doing. Like he did Roadhouse and amongst others, and he did that amazing concert with Metallica, S&M, which was brilliant. But his score, oh fucking hell, there we go. Wow, in the Lethal Weapon films, he's generally really good. You know, particularly in the first one and the second one, but then in the third one, it's almost like there are these musical cues. Listen out for it next time you watch it, like almost like because the Three Stooges features in them, you know, because Riggs likes the Three Stooges. But there's almost like these musical cues where you can hear the pratfalls coming. There's a bit where they're fighting on a boat because Murtaugh's shot a gangbanger, and he thinks that Riggs is shagging his daughter, and you know, it's almost like these kind of, you know, like you know, that's supposed to be a saxophone, by the way. There's almost like these musical cues when something daft's going to happen. I'm going to avoid Mission 3, by the way, because well, I'll maybe try that last, because I had to go on that earlier, and let's just say it was shitter than everything else. I'll come to that in a second.
Okay.
Wow. I hope you heard that. Leo Getz is being held hostage in a nearby office complex. Can you help him? No. My initial reaction is no, I fucking can't, because he's really, really irritating, particularly in Lethal Weapon 3. Anyway, let's get to Lethal Weapon 4 then. It's okay. I think by that time, it's like it's almost like it feels a bit like, I don't say that they're not trying, like, but it's almost like a tribute to Lethal Weapon. You know what I mean? They're kind of going through the motions, and there's some decent moments in it. Oh shit. Shit. Oh yes, you can't fucking... You can jump and shoot, but you can't duck and shoot. Fucking useless, that is. There's some decent moments in it, you know. It's got a nice ensemble cast. Jet Li's in it, and you know. But even the sort of the end, I don't like the end credits. That, like, you know, it plays the song, "Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be?" Which I don't like that song anyway. But they show the one thing I do, I suppose, you know, they do show is the like pictures of the movies and the actors and the crew from the first film back in 87. So it's okay. It's just nothing particularly special, which is a shame. Come, oh, out of ammo. Oh, I'll go this way. And so yeah, there's been talk of them doing another movie, but Danny Glover's got what, in his 70s now? I mean, if he was too old for this shit back in 1987, then fucking hell, in 2018 he's gonna be way too old for this shit, like proper. And I think because at one point, like, I mean, Chris Rock's in the fourth one, and he plays Danny Glover's son, and you know, unbeknownst to Danny Glover, he marries his daughter. Oh, fucking hell. And so I don't know if there's talk of him sort of taking over, you know, in the role, but I don't think that would have worked, if I'm honest with you. I don't see Chris Rock in that kind of role. So yeah, that's kind of my history with the Lethal Weapon films, which, considering I'm actually playing a Lethal Weapon game, and I haven't talked about it once, really, goes to show you the quality of this fucking game. Jesus. Oh, fuck you, come on! Fucking hell. Now, I have to say, and this will possibly be a little bit controversial, considering how much I like the movies. or the first two anyway, is I really like the Lethal Weapon TV series with Damon Wayans, who... Oh, I'm gonna have to wait for him to shoot. Who plays Roger Murtaugh. Kick him! Oh, fuck. Okay. And an actor called Clayne Crayford, I think it is. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Anyway, and I was intrigued by it, I must admit, but I didn't know what to expect. I thought it was going to be absolutely shite. And don't get me wrong, there is an element of me, there's a part of me that thinks it is shite, because it's made and well, directed on some episodes and produced by McG, that classic Hollywood director, who I always thought was a sort of knockoff Brett Ratner, which goes to show you as a or oh fucking hell. Fuck's sake. You know, or who's the dude? Zack Snyder, you know what I mean? All style and no substance. So he produces quite a few episodes and he's directed a few episodes, so that kind of tells you what to expect. But I've got to say, I like... Why do you stop, you fucking idiot? It's like he stops walking. Why? Yeah, it's very flashy. It's like 45 minutes long, so you know, there's always a car chase or a shootout. You know, something gets blown up. There's always that happens. You're not looking for gritty, sort of like suicide stories, and you know, it has elements of the movie. You know, Riggs has lost his wife, but it's sort of, you know, they've changed it slightly, so it's you know, there's elements of it. But I think why I like it is because I like the lead actors. I like the guy who plays Riggs. I like Damon Wayans. I've always generally liked him. You know, from I'm Gonna Get You Sucker fame. Fucking hell. Piece of shit. Yeah, I've always liked him. I'm Gonna Get You Sucker is a great film. Sort of like a, I won't call it a piss take, but you know, oh fucking hell, you know, a homage, shall we say? No, what? Why do you just stop walking? To blaxploitation movies. Oh, fuck this game. Fuck it in its shitty arse. It's a piece of shit. But I'm going to try level 3 because why the fuck not? Because I think, you know, particularly Crawford, I think he's got a lot of charisma. You know, he's good in the role. Like I said, there is this sort of like, there's the nice interplay between the two. There's a nice little relationship that they've got going on. There's some nice little quips. There's a little bit of action, and but although he does all the sort of like the smart aleck comments, but he does, I think he plays the character quite well, you know. He sort of, there are moments of quiet when he's, you know, a bit unhinged, or he's mourning the loss of his wife, that kind of thing. So yeah, I do like it. So anyway, let's talk about this fucking game. It's awful. It's a fucking piece of bullshit. It really is. We have received a threat of a terrorist's bomb planted in a nearby shopping mall. Terrorist, not terrorists. Terrorist have been trapped inside by... Be careful. Okay. You can tell this is one of Ocean's last games before they went fucking under. I love Ocean back in the day when I was on the playing on the Spectrum, but by God, this game is terrible. And they made a lot of shitty movie licenses and TV licenses. This has got to be one of the fucking worst. So yeah, it's awful. It really is a bad game. As I've been ranting, the controls are poo. Like really poo. Oh god. It feels like I'm running in treacle. It really does. Like, it's stupidly hard. Like, I mean, as you can see, ridiculously hard. To a point where it's almost unplayable. Put that with the controls, and yeah, you've got one shitty fucking game. Really shitty. Like, bad. One of the worst games I think I've ever played. Ah, and I've played some fucking stinkers. Yeah, so let's rate this piece of shit. Graphics. Oh god, I suppose the characters look a little bit like the ones that they're supposed to, but oh my god. Fuck's sakes. They're just, it's boring and bland. I mean, every level's look the fucking same so far. Not great. Not great, I have to say. Oh, come on. This is the same fucking problem I had in the sewers. I'm pressing up, but the controls are so bad, it's not letting me grab. Come on. Okay. No. Fucking hell. Ah! It's like I'm having to fight with the bloody controls. Anyway. So yeah, graphics are terrible. It's a 3. Just not great at all. Sound. It's totally uninspiring. There is absolutely nothing memorable. It could be. Well, not that I'm expecting Michael Kamen or anything like that, but just, oh fucking hell, just really boring and uninspiring again. 2. Gameplay or playability. Fuck me. No. Fucking hell, you are taking the piss now. Oh, playability. The score is going down the longer I play this fucking game. Oh god. It's a 2. It's just not fun to play at all. I mean, come on, look at this. It is taking the piss with these fucking stupid shoots. Yeah, 2. Really, really not fun to play. Controls are terrible, and just, you're like, I'm kind of pulling. You can't see my face now, but it's not a pretty sight. I'm kind of grimacing whilst I'm playing. Yeah, so 2. Replayability, 1. There is 0. Well, no. If I say there's 0 chance, it would be a 0. I'm not playing this game again. It's terrible. It's one of the worst games I have played ever. I think it's not good. It really isn't good. I think if the controls perhaps were a little bit better, you might get on with it a bit more. But it's so hard. It's so, like, say, hard to play. It's stupidly hard anyway. But it's just not fun to play. It's like I'm really fighting with the controls, and all this bollocks with these fucking pipes. Come on! Oh my god. Isn't fun. Isn't fun at all. So yeah, it's a 1 in terms of replayability. No, fuck this game. Fuck it. Seriously, come on. Yeah, so overall, God, It's a 2. Definitely a 2. Not fun. Just not a fun game whatsoever. I mean, I've enjoyed doing the video. Oh, come on! Because, you know, it's always fun to do the videos, but actually playing this game, God almighty. So anyway, I think next time, when I've finished this... Come on. I'm going to move away from movie tie-ins, because this game has almost killed me. Ah! Oh my god, I made it. Fucking hell. Hooray! There's another one. Oh, why did they put these fucking chutes here? Oh wow, I've made it, but now I've got no time to do anything because there's a stupid timer. Seriously, am I going... I don't get it. Am I just doing the same things or what? Ah! Oh, you fucking... Wow, so they suck you up, those pipes do. I'm going to do it again. Get ready. Yeah, that's fucking shit. So yeah, I'm going to move away from movie tie-ins and do something else. Oh wow. I don't know what happened then, but I'm back in the game. I thought it was game over. I don't know what I'm going to do because I haven't decided yet. But it'll be fun, whatever it is. I think I'll spend a month of doing something else. Oh god, I thought that was going to suck me off. I mean, suck me up. Oh, fucking... Actually, that's a point. Those tubes don't, like the other ones, send me down. Yeah, if I haven't put you off playing this game, I think you must have a screw loose. I think even if, like me, you are a fan of Lethal Weapon, you will struggle to find anything fun about this. Oh, fucking... It's taking the piss now. It really is taking the piss. I don't know why I'm jumping on these fucking things, there's no point. It's like, I want these ones to suck me down, not suck me up. It's not often I turn down a sucking... Well, a sucking... No. A sucking up? Sucking down? Sucking off? I don't fucking know. I think I'm going a bit crazy. Yeah. But anyway, check out... Oh, come on. Oh, I don't want to continue as Murtagh. I just don't want to. Let's find somebody's... Oh, hang on. Let's just see if I can get past this fucking... Oh, yeah. Oh! But yes, as always, I hope you're enjoying the little retro reviews. I've really enjoyed doing them. I like to have a weekly schedule. Keeps me focused. And it is Monday night, as I like to record these videos. If you have any suggestions for... Did I shoot him? Did I get him? I think I got him. Yes. Yes! Then please let me know. But I'm going to do all sorts from all... Oh, I don't need to do anything. From all consoles, you know. So I own all the consoles, and oops, I can always emulate stuff, which I know I shouldn't say. I'll whisper it. Nobody will hear. There you go. Oh, the one thing I will say is if you've tried to watch the cliffhanger video and you've had issues, or you live in the US, or another country where it's been blocked from, For some reason, I'm assuming because of all of the copyrights, not copyright, sorry, all the FMV in that game, and there is a lot of FMV. Got hit by a copyright infringement thingy, which I'm like, well, okay, fair enough. You know, and the thing is, I'm not doing these videos for kind of any monetary gain, because it said, you know, you can't monetize the video. I'm like, well, okay, I don't really care, but whatever. So yeah, it got hit by that copyright thing. So, but I'm not doing it for sort of, you know, any kind of fame or fortune or anything like that. I'm just doing it because I enjoy doing them. So it didn't really bother me. So, but I do apologise. I'm very look at this fucking shite. I'm sorry if you haven't been able to watch that video. It's not my fault. Blame YouTube. Blame wherever, I don't know, the reasons why for some reason Sony wouldn't allow it to be shown. Am I going up? Am I going up? I've got to be close to the end of this frigging level. Oh wow, it's changed. Oh my god, it's actually a little bit of colour. Fucking hell, this is better. I've still only got 45 seconds to try and get somewhere. What's this? Oh, ammo. So yeah, but also check out. Fuck's sake! How do I get up this fucking? Check out the website as always for amazing reviews. 60minuteswith.co.uk. Because there's always some incredible stuff on the website, constantly being updated every single day with news items or reviews. And there you go. That was Lethal Weapon. Utter shite. One of the worst games I've ever played. Oh, well, I hope you enjoyed watching it and hearing me ramble on about Lethal Weapon. So, there you go. Well, I'll see you next time for more retro gaming goodness. And take care, everyone. I'm definitely too old for this shit. Bye-bye.